Sometimes I feel guilty saying that sustainability is like my number two love in the world after surfing, but I guess surfing brought me to it, so it's allowed maybe. And you have the best wave of the day, and then you get back on your board and there's a plastic bag right next to you and it just ruins the moment. So that all made me think, okay, like it affects me like completely directly in my own life, which it shouldn't necessarily have to do for you to need to engage or to want to engage. But that's where, I was feeling negative impacts of climate change on in my life. And that compelled me to want to get involved. And I don't know, I think some people might actually need to find this passion or this motivation to engage in sustainability.
Sorry, I'm going to take a 1 second pause because my cat is stuck on the tree outside and I just need to bring her in. Give me a second about this. I'm here to show you my funny cat who was stuck on the tree. We'll be back in 1 second.
That's okay now, though.
Anyway, so sorry about the disruption.
No worries at all. Nature comes first, have to save the cat. As surfers, we're in love with the ocean, of course, but we wanted to bring some positivity to the climate space. So we make documentaries on uplifting sustainability stories in the surf locations that we go to. So we thought we have to engage with these issues and tell some stories of the communities that we get to come across when we're lucky enough in our travels, and the inspiring work that they're doing to hopefully increase climate engagement, to inspire others to get involved, and to see that you can approach climate change with a smile on your face, I guess.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's lovely to hear. And I can't wait to understand a little bit more about this. In India, I've founded an organization called the ClimAct Foundation, where we work on climate change education in the country. Bring young Indians to be, one, to understand what's happening internationally, but two, to be able to understand and take action at a local level. So trying to be sort of the bridge between what was happening internationally to what can be done. What does that mean in a very local context in the country? In 2015, when COP21 was about to take place, there was lots of buzz in the media that this is where world leaders are going to be. So I tried online, and now I laugh at myself, but I basically tried registering online and saying whether I could get to Paris. Of course, really stupid, because that's not how you participate in human conferences. It is a world of itself and has layers of bureaucracy that you need, not necessarily bureaucracy, but layers of how you can be a part of it and how you need to navigate the space. But then I wrote to a bunch of people, and then someone was kind and said, okay, they gave me a badge for a week. So that's how I took about 10 days off from work, went to Paris, spent my month's salary just going to Paris and coming back. Was very, very lost in the negotiations because I had zero training. I didn't know what to expect. I engaged internationally with young people, the more I realized the lack of young Indians in the space. So of course they would come to the COP, they would be there year after year at COPs, but really understanding how the space worked, young students trying to engage in different capacities. And this was clearly because climate education is not, or was not, and still is getting better, but is still not there, is really quite outdated.
Everyone should do what they can within their skill set and their sphere of influence. And that should be their individual duty to climate change. So that, for some people, that will be becoming prime minister and changing everything. For some people, it will be being a youth delegate at the UN. For some people, it will be just becoming a vegan because that's their contribution. And when I was with these two friends, I think we realized that with our skill set and our spheres of influence, maybe our contribution should be telling climate stories, You
don't have to all be scientists or all be politicians or, all be negotiators for that matter to make change.
These huge problems, these huge challenges are huge opportunities. And it's exciting to be able to work on huge opportunities. Like our generation is unlucky to face the biggest challenge the world has ever faced, but we're also lucky to be able to solve the biggest challenge the world has ever faced. So that's super exciting.